completely agree with this statement because of some reason. Move to the first reason. I think that English is very easy to speak and write because English now have no complicated compared to some language like French, Russian, and German. English have the alphabet that about 26 letters and is pronounced the same like the Vietnamese alphabet. And move to another point. I think English is taken in every school in the world, so I think it's very easy to learn.
Yes, I know what you mean, but I don't agree with you, and I will show you the reason. While English is a common language, and you say it's very easy to learn and easy to understand, but it's not easy for everyone. You can see in your class there are some students can study English well because I think they can feel about this subject. And another one, I think English is a gifted subject. There are people are comfortable with studying English, but another one comfortable with learning Chinese or Japanese. And I think every language is good, and I think every language is good, and you can learn every language. But you, yes, that's my opinion. How do you think?
Okay, I see your argument, but I just partly agree with that because, like I say, English is taught in every school in the world, and it's a global language that about 1.5 billion talk and uses in the main or second language. So we have more trends and more sources, more means to learn English. And some in my class, there are also some students that don't good at English, and I think it's the problem just is they're lazy and they don't learn English as much as possible. So I think English is still easy to learn and understand. One more thing, English has very few meaning because in Vietnamese you have many things to call. You have depends on old or young or depend on family relationship. But in English you just call you.
Yeah, I partly agree with what you say, but in my point of view, I think China dominated Vietnam for over 1,000 years. So I think Chinese is a good language and easy to learn for Vietnamese people. And by the side, English is an important language, but it is not sure to have you have an open future. You can learn another language such as Chinese or Japanese. You can have an open future from this language. And for example, if you know English and you don't know about the computer or the soft skills, you can't have an open future. So I think English is very common, but it's not enough for you. And that's about my opinion. What do you think about it?
Okay, I just partly agree with you because in my point of view, Chinese is also a difficult language. It's not an easy language because like I said, English is have no complicated grammar like another language because it's very easy grammar. Because for example, in French, the nouns have many gender, and you have to know it to learn it. And one more thing, the English grammar, the nouns always stand at the end, and it can be modified by the adjective before it. And it have clear grammar rules. It have three main tense. It's just three parts of the time. It's the past, the present, and the future. So that's my point of view. What do you think about this?
Yes, thank you. Do you know there are 1.5 billion around the world speak Chinese, and China is spoken around the world. And China is a powerful country, and it's near Vietnam. And if you want to have a good job in And in the future, there are Chinese companies who investing in Vietnam. So if you're Chinese, you can take up in some China companies and you have a good job. You don't need to know English. But if you know Chinese, you can have a good job. And that is my opinion. Do you think so?
Personally, I think your opinion is don't right because when you know English, you can work in a very big company that in a very development in countries like England, like USA, like Australia, the Canada, and I think that if you know Chinese, you also can have a good job. But I think if you know English fluently, you have many English skills. I think it will be easier for you to outlive a job and get a high position. And one more thing, I think that English is easy to learn and understand because we have many success and men to learn about it. What do you think?
Yes. If you have a trip to travel around Vietnam, or if you visit Nha Trang and Ho Phu Quốc, you can see the Chinese people around you. So I think if you know Chinese, it's a good thing for you, and you can connect with them, and you can see Chinese is the one of the Vietnamese thing. For example, and I say, if you have a trip, you can see the Chinese people, so you can connect it, and they can help you to learn the new knowledge and the new knowledge. Yes, that is my opinion. What do you think about it?
Okay, you have some good point here, but I think English is a very common language that many industry uses the official language, and there are many many documents written by English, and I think it's a good chance to know to improve your knowledge, and also that I agree that many people in Vietnam like to work in Chinese or Japanese, but also that many students in Vietnam like to study in the top university, and all the top universities is in the English-speaking country. So I don't think your idea is correct completely. And I want to tell you something that English is very easy to learn and understand because we have many apps and webs to learn English, that we have many sources to learn English.
Yes, we know English is a very common language and it's easy to learn and understand. And if you can learn and understand English, what the language will you learn? You can learn Chinese, Japanese, Thailand, or Korean. It's too good. It's like English, and it can help you. And it's so easy to learn, such as Chinese is very easy to learn. As I say, Chinese is dominating Vietnamese for over one time a year. So, and Chinese look like Vietnamese, and they have some traditional like Vietnam. So, I think Chinese is the best way for you to choose. If you can learning English, yes, and that's my opinion. And this is for and against communication. Thanks for listening.
Okay, well, the lucky chance to debate with you today. Let's have a shake hand.
Congratulations.